Okay, so hi YouTube again. You're looking at the front of my TSX. It's a 2007 TSX, a car you know quite well. Now, if you liked me, you didn't necessarily like that you could not turn on your fog lights independently. Now, stock, your fog lights can only turn on when your headlights are on. But there is a very good write-up on Acura Zine. It's an Acura forum about how to rewire the fog lights using the stock switch. So that means you're still using the switch in the car to control the fogs, but they work independently. Now, this video is not an instruction video. It's really to confirm that it actually does work. If you take a look at, and I'm going to put a link in the description, one of the first things you're going to need to do is get some wire and get through the firewall. I'm going to try and hold it steady. This is a spot you get through the firewall. This is like a grommet. You can remove this, pull it back, and then you'll find a plastic round piece. You pull that out and you can get through the firewall. I'm not going to redo it. I've done this mod for such a long time ago. That's why this is all taped. If you can look, you can see the wire I ran. This is it here. It went right through the firewall, and you just need to get the wire on the inside of the car clearly, because you're going to have to connect it to some wires on the stock switch. The rest of it comes to the fog lights relay here. Again, the link I'm going to put in the description. It's so good, really. It gives you detail. I'm trying to get you a nice view of the fog light relay, which is on the side of, oh, here we go. See, I'm losing my bearings. It's on the side here. It's going to show you what you need to connect to in the fog light relay, and from there it's kind of pretty simple. But again, this video is not to show you how to do it. Until I don't really make how-to videos. This is your fog light relay. You're gonna pull it out. There's instructions on how to pull the base piece here. You get to the wire underneath. It's going to tell you which wire to connect to and which wire to cut. I should tell you that there's a wire in here that is going to tell you to cut, which you don't have to cut. I figured another way around it. But you can follow the same instructions they gave you, would still work. I found that the wire that they wanted you to cut just looped, so you really didn't have to cut it. That's another story. Anyways, follow the instructions. The other part of it is you're going to need an always on. So this is the always on that's going to run the relay. This is connected to your wiper blades. So what this does is, whenever there's a live on this, it's going to turn the relay on so that your fog lights can work. When this goes dead, it turns the relay off so that your fog lights go off. This does not power the fog light itself, it just triggers the relay. Hope that is clear. So you're connecting, you're bridging into the wires that control these, the windshield wipers, just to trigger the relay. Again, from the Acura Zine link, you're going to see all of that. It's pretty clear. This is not a video to say how to do it. You're going to have to follow instructions in the link. This video is to tell you that it does work. Okay, good. So that's that. The other piece of it, again, follow instructions in the video, in the link that I'm going to put. Once the wire comes inside the car, you're going to have to pull up here. You're going to have to pull up here to get to the wire behind here. Alright, enough of my very long, boring talk. Neutral. Clutch in. Oh man, my steering is locked. So I need two hands. Forgive me a second. Ooh. really apologize for that. So my steering was locked, so I needed 2 hands. Turn that down, turn off my AC. Okay, now I'm going to start my car. My car is started. Now when my car started, there's no lights in my dash for the fog lights. Fog light switch, can you see this? Man, I should give you a nice angle. It's actually in the off position right now. So remember I tell you I did it's now independent, right? So we're going to switch it to the, is it in the off position or is it in the on position? Hold on. Oh, it's same line, it's in the on position. There you go. So that means my fog lights should be on. I now use them as daytime running lights so that they're always on with the car. Once the car is started, it's always on. So there you go, my fog lights are on. If I shut off the car, it will automatically go off. I'm going to show you that. I don't have anyone else working with me, so I'm coming all the way over here. I'm not touching the switch. The switch is still on. See, it is. Then I'm going to shut the car off. As again, because the relay is being powered from this wire which drives this. Once the car is off, this cannot work. It's this windshield wiper is it's, how do you put it, it's live when ignition is on, but it's cold or it's dead, it's off when ignition is off. And you need a wire like that. You don't want a wire that is always on. If you have an always live wire, always on wire, then when you turn off the key, your fog lights will remain on. So here we go. They are off. You may be asking a question. You know your windshield wipers work even when your car is not started. Good. These also work when the car is not started. If I just flip it to on, notice your windshield will work. See? The windshield wipers work in just on position. So it's a good question. The fog will also work in just the on position also. There you go. So it doesn't have to be started. The last thing I want to show you is that the lights in the dashboard for the fogs, ouch, still works, but the lights only come on now when you put the headlight, no, you put the park lights on. So you put the park light on, it shows you now that the fog is on. So that's the park light. Ouch. Probably gonna should just start the vehicle because I'm going to turn on the headlights too after. Alright, so with the park lights on, see, park lights on, not headlights as yet, off, just park lights before I get to the headlights. So the first turn shows me that my fog lights is on, but they were already on from before, by the way. This is just the symbol, the stock symbol, showing you that. So again, I'm going to show you that. So you can drive this way now with just your park lights on. See, park lights and the fog light stays on. Now you want if you want the headlights on as well, because remember, it's all independent now. It's all independent. It's not tied to your headlights anymore. One more turn for headlights. One more turn. Now you're in the headlights position, and now you see your headlights, your stock headlights thing comes on. Now with before you mod the car, when your headlights is on, your fog light switch, when your headlights and your fog lights are on, those two come on. But as soon as you turn off your headlights, they both go away because the headlight is tied to the fog light in the stock position. You could, from the stock position, turn off the fogs. You can do that. But you can still do that here. I'm not remembering what it looks like in the stock position. I do think in the stock position, when I turn off the fog here, I do think it's the other thing that used to go away. I'm not sure. But in any event, I'm just showing you how it works now. So now my headlights are still on, but my fog lights are off. See? Weird. If I turn off the headlights, that goes off. So any of them I turn off is the same thing goes off. Okay. So I guess this one doesn't go off until the park light is off too. There you go. Good. Alright. So let me go back to showing you where we are. Fog lights is on. Park light comes on. That shows you that signal. Second one is headlight. The headlight is on. So now we're going to check the headlights in the front. Ouch. Now this video might be a boring video if you don't have a TSX or you're not interested in rewiring anything. So now my headlights are on with my fog lights. This is something that you can do normally with your regular stock TSX. The only difference is that you couldn't keep the fog lights on without the headlights on. Also, sorry, I just remembered, with the stock setup, once you turn on the brights, it automatically cuts out the fog. Because it's independent now, I can turn my brights on as well. So brights, you push down, and just to show you again, sorry, the dashboard. So the dashboard has the brights on, and it's kicking out the other ones. It's weird. Yeah, it kicks out the other one because I guess it thinks it automatically turned off my fog lights, but my fog lights are still on. So that's my brights on, and that's what the dashboard is showing. Let's go look. Ouch. Alright, so now you have all the lights on the car, so everything is independent. So as I said, fog lights are on, bright lights are on, and the headlights are on. If I had someone to hold it here, I could go and independently turn them off one by one, but I don't have someone to hold it with me, so unfortunately I have to see the back and forth. So I'm going to go in reverse order. I'm going to go turn off the bright lights, then I'm going to turn off the headlights, and then I'm going to turn off the fogs, to show you that it's all independent. I think I've already shown you that, but you can go take a look at it again. So that's that. If you review the link, please follow the link. It's very detailed. Whoever did it, I can only give him commendations. He did a very good job. Excellent work. It's very clear, easy to follow. I did it. If you follow it and you have questions, please reach out to me. Put a comment here, reach out to me, and I'll help you through it because I did it. It wasn't hard. So I'm going to turn off the brights first. There you go. The brights go off and the other icon comes on. Alright. So the car is saying that both my headlights and my fog lights are on, which is true. That's accurate. There you go. Headlights and fog lights are on. Again, I'm going to turn off the headlights. You're going to see what happens in the dash as well. So turn off the headlights, one more turn back, and let you see the dash as well. Headlights went. Now I have just the park lights on and my fog light is on. There you go, it still has that icon in the dash. Park lights are on, fog lights still on. Park lights are on, fog lights are on. And then the last step, is to turn off the park light, and then you have nothing on the dashboard. So one more step, park lights off, nothing in the dashboard. Now at this point, you can leave your fog lights on, and then it shuts off only when you turn off the car. So that is how I run my car. My fog lights are now technically operating as a daytime running light. Should I really say a daytime running light? Yeah, because it's always on. I'm driving in the day, it's always on. If I'm in the night, it's always on. So yeah, I guess it's a ever on light. If you wanted to, again, the stock switch still works. The car is started. Did I show you that? The car is started. It's taking the relay from, the relay is being powered by this. So once this is working, your fog lights are on, but it's still controlled by the fog light switch. So even though there's nothing in the dashboard, my fog lights are on because this is on the on position. If I turn it off, I'm sure I'm going to switch it to off. My fog lights are off. So you still get to control it using the stock switch. There you go. They're off and the car is still running. So yes, the stock switch still don't know what happened with that video a while ago, it just cut out a little bit. Yeah, so the stock switch still controls it. You can still go on and off with it. I wish I could leave this here, but I'd have to find some way to lean it up, but I have no way to lean it up right now, so it is what it is. Come back here, turn on back my stock switch. There you go, that's on. Fog lights come back on. If you're wondering about the color of the fog lights now, of course those are HIDs, that should be pretty obvious. They are 6,000 Ks. 6,000 Ks, I bought them at, oh, where did I buy these? It's online, DDM Tuning, that is it, DDM Tuning. Excellent fogs, they don't give you issues, no flickering, no whatever. Pretty good fog lights, pretty good ballast. I did also use a wiring harness for my fogs. You don't have to, but I get a much better output using a wiring harness. So this is the wiring harness that I use to connect with the HIDs, and by doing that I never have a situation where it's not lit, or one is lit and the other one is out. No, they're always bam together. So that's it. And again, as I mentioned, when you shut the car off, that's why you can leave it as a daytime running light. You leave the switch to on, and then when you shut the car off, that's it, the fog lights are out. Thank you, that's the end of this video. That's the end of this video. Again, please look for the link below if you want to do the mod yourself. See, fog lights are now off. Keys out, everything is good. Use the link in the description. Acura Zine forum, follow it. Let me know if you have any questions. It's pretty good. Alright, that's it. Bye bye.